Yo, 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 what up, though? This is your boy, Crispy Daniels, and you are now on Show and Talk. All right, y'all. So tonight's movie comes as a surprise, even to me. And I had no plans, no intentions, or nothing on watching this movie. But I had a homeboy like years ago. I say probably all the way back in like 2016, 2017, who told me about this film because it came out in 2015. And it sounded interesting. You know what I'm saying? So he was telling me about it, blase, blase, and I was like, I don't know, man. That's something I probably won't watch. So, but then I was scrolling through Tubi today, and y'all know my feelings on Tubi. Y'all know how I feel. They Tubi movies are trash, in my opinion, but they do be having some good movies up there. You know what I'm saying? Like some good AAA films and, whatnot. So I seen this movie on Tubi and I decided to give it a watch. That movie is called Adulterers. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I know it's an independent film. You can really tell, you know what I'm saying, by the way it's shot, honestly. Now, one thing I didn't know about this movie that it was actually based on a true story, according to the movie itself. I don't know how true it is or how exactly the events played out, but basically the movie's about this dude, right? So he just like, made it. I guess he had moved up in his company. You know what I'm saying? He's the manager now, whatever. So he's making a lot more money than he was. So, and the way the characters talk too, I'm gonna say this: the way the characters talk, the movie takes place in the South, so they got heavy accents. I don't know if that's their real accents or they just putting on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, so it's his anniversary. Feeling good. You know what I'm saying? He's at the store working, and his coworker is this black chick, right? Pretty girl or whatever, and she's talking to him about his anniversary, just trying to make conversation or whatever. Now, as he's talking to her, is an older gentleman and another guy in the back, like, behind them or whatever, just staring at him, from an aisle. And they're talking amongst themselves saying that, yeah, he hit that shit, blah, 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 because of the conversations they having. You know what I'm saying? They automatically assume that he already got with her or whatever, which, that's not the case, because from the way this dude acts, he really, 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 really loves his wife. You know what I'm saying? So their conversation ends, and then he's starting to help out this other lady, in front of the store. She's looking for something. I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention to it up until it got to the part that I'm about to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, so he helped her out or whatever. So now, after his I guess he's going on break. So like I said, he's feeling good, whatever. He gets home, right? Actually, he's calling his flower company or whatever to, pick up some flowers and candy and all that for, his anniversary or whatnot. And then once he does all of that, he gets home, lays the flowers, the box of chocolates and all that on the table, gets himself a drink out of the fridge, you know what I'm saying? Sits down and he's looking around like, man, this is my life now, you know what I'm saying? Still feeling good. So something happens. And this is what happens. Like, as he's taking a sip of his drink, he looks over and sees his wife purse laying on the table or whatever. So he figures something is off a little bit. So he's calling her phone, I guess, to, let her know she left her purse or whatever, or he's trying to figure out, what's going on. So he hears the phone ringing from upstairs. Now, this is the part right here that I had a problem with, right? Yeah, he told his wife that he was going to be working late. And apparently based off of what she said, this is like the third time in a row he's done that, because they had plans to go out somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere she really wanted to go to. So, he had planned, or she had, because she was working in a diner or whatever. So I guess she went on break to talk to him, but they had plans to go somewhere, but he really had to cancel it because he's been working doubles, you know what I'm saying, trying to maintain, because he had just got the truck he was driving and everything. So He was just trying to maintain the new lifestyle they had now. So, and it seemed like she understood that. So back at the house, he's looking at the purse on the table while the phone is ringing. And eventually he hears the phone upstairs, right? And so when he gets upstairs, that's when the shit starts. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hearing like moaning, you know what I'm saying? Like people having sex in the room. So what he does, he cracks the door open and he sees this dude going to town on his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like just fucking the living shit out of her. I'm sorry to say it like that. And they say it's based on a true story, but that's just what happened. You know what I'm saying? So he's standing there and he's seemingly about to lose his mind. Like he gets crazy. So he goes downstairs to his little gun rack or whatever. He gets his pistol. Well, he gets a pistol and he gets a magnum. You know what I'm saying? So he goes back upstairs, barges into the room. Well, no. Yeah, barges into the room, right? But no, he walks into the room. And while his wife, you know what I'm saying, is no, he barges into the room. This is the first time. And y'all probably like, what? What you mean the first time? So listen, all right, so check this out. He barges into the room, interrupts their session. He shoots the dude in the head, turns the gun on his wife, and shoots her in the chest. And both of them winds up dying. And he goes back downstairs to sit down on the couch. Now, you will think, you know what I'm saying, okay, he just killed them both. So what's next to the story? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to run away? The cops are going to spend the movie looking for him? Nah, that's not what happened. So when he shot both of them, it turns out it was in his head. So what he did was he goes back upstairs because what he really did was just walk out the room, you know what I'm saying, go downstairs and contemplate his decisions on what he's going to do next. So he goes back upstairs, goes into the room, and neither his wife or this dude see. And by the way, y'all, the dude that's fucking around with his wife is the same dude, what's his name, Akai Brooks or whatever, something like that plays Jax in the Mortal Kombat 2021 film. You know what I'm saying? So he walks into the room. Neither one of them see him. He's still going to town on his wife or whatever. So he walks up, and his wife eventually sees him, and then she jumps up, and he jumps up. You know what I'm saying? And for the remainder of the movie, it takes place, other than a few scenes back at the store where they're looking for him or whatever, trying to figure out where he went to. But other than that, the remainder of the movie takes place inside the bedroom. So he's sitting there with the gun pointed on the guy. You know what I'm saying? I guess he goes by the name Punchy, and his wife's name is Peaches or Ashley. You know what I'm saying? So he's sitting here interrogating both of them. Now, the fucked up part is, right, there's a scene where he wants his wife to go over and basically suck the dude's dick, you know what I'm saying, in front of him, just to see, if the dude enjoys it or not, you know what I'm saying, like he did. So she does that. She gets up, she goes over there and start giving him head at gunpoint, you know what I'm saying. So after that, they get a phone call. And I think that was his wife's job, looking for her, you know what I'm saying, because apparently she was on break as well. So after that, he starts talking to him, spouting out Bible verses and shit like that, because apparently this dude was extremely religious too. You know what I'm saying? So, it was like other times. Hold on, y'all. Come here. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. It's my dog barking out the window like she always does at night. But yeah, he starts spouting out Bible verses and things like that at gunpoint. And he's sitting there. He's interrogating the dude saying, yo, where did you meet my wife? He met her off the internet, and they've been fucking for years. Well, not years, now, I'm stupid. They've been fucking for weeks, like 6 weeks. He met her, he known her for 6 weeks. So while they sitting there, conversating or whatever, she's, trying to get him to put the gun down, trying to get him to listen to reason. And the one thing I can say is, like, I can kind of feel the dude, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bitch, yo, he walked up in his house on his anniversary and you fucking some other dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's fucked up. You know what I mean? So of course the dude might go crazy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In a normal circumstance, it might not, be, that bad to what the situation ended up being. But, it was anniversary. It was in his house, in his bed, you know what I'm saying? No respect anywhere. So, the dude is sitting there talking, saying he got a little boy at home. His wife is pregnant, with the second child, basically trying to talk his way out of it. And then there's a scene where, he tried to pay him, then tried to get him into the Air Force or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just trying to do anything he could to get himself out of the situation, but nothing he said was going to get him out that situation. And as far as she's concerned, she's sitting there saying, I love you, I'm sorry, and blase, blase. But the classic case of getting caught fucking somebody else is basically telling the person you're sorry for what you did because you got caught. Because if homie never showed up at home, they would have kept going, you know what I'm saying, with the affair and everything. So, oh, okay, so, I guess it's hours later, you know what I'm saying, because he took this metronome or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he started it and it's ticking back and forth. I guess when it stopped, that's when he was going to wind up killing one of them, you know what I'm saying, so both of them are sitting here trying their damnness to get him to listen to reason. Now, the dude, Punchy, eventually, you know what I'm saying, like, I guess he had the gun on him for so long, he just started basically, like, not becoming a smart ass, but, just basically talking back to him, you know what I'm saying? Saying that, because what we find out is the girl that, the guy who got cheated on, you know what I'm saying? She was already married when she met him. You know what I'm saying? So come to find out, he had saved her from a previous marriage because her ex-husband, I guess, was beating on her and all that. And then Punchy, the guy, you know what I'm saying, that she was cheating with, basically told him, like, yo, we the same. Wasn't you fucking with her, you know what I'm saying, when she was married before? And then that's when he lost his cool and was like, look, he was abusive. I saved her from that marriage. So no, we're not the same. So he was like, whether you like it or not, yes, we are. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to get to the infamous scene, right? If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm about to talk about. The scene where he made he made Punchy call his wife. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he did. And she seems like a, seemingly innocent individual until, Punchy told her what he was doing. So we come to find out as well that this was not the first chick that he had cheated on her with. You know what I'm saying? Well, he was at gunpoint anyway, so he would have just definitely lied easily if he was not in that situation. But, you know, he was trying to, like, I guess tiptoe around, what they was, what was happening or whatever. So after that, old girl, you know what I'm saying, she was like, his wife, take me off a speaker. So she started talking to Sam, you know what I'm saying, which is the main character's name, the guy who had him at gunpoint, talking to him on the handset, you know what I'm saying? Now, based on his reaction, it was something crazy that was about to go down. So what happens is his wife, his 3 months pregnant wife, you know what I'm saying, shows up at Sam's house, right? She sees what's going on. This nigga is naked in the corner, and the chick that he was fucking, which was Sam's wife, naked in the bed. So she's standing there, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, she's basically saying, look, you done this to me so many times, I'm tired of it. So basically, she gets her revenge right there and then. And this is a scene, like, if you never heard of this movie or nothing like that, see, I expected everything because, like I said, my homeboy told me about it, so I wasn't surprised. But if you've never seen this movie and you don't watch this review, you're going to be surprised at what happens. So basically, she get butt-ass naked, right? And homeboy Sam just starts fucking her right there in front of him and his wife. And homeboy Punchy, he just loses it. You know what I'm saying? But he can't do shit about it because he still has a gun on him. So this nigga basically busted nut inside his wife, right? So she puts her clothes on, and then Sam is looking at her like, how do I know when you leave here you're not going to call the cops? And she basically just looked at him with a cold expression like, look, I don't care what happens to him. He done this too many, he done this to me too many times. And then she left. So now he ain't got no kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? He ain't got no kind of haven in his wife or nothing. Like he's just done. So basically, he's just like, yo, fuck it. If you want to kill me, then kill me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So gun still pointed at him. So now we get into the story with his wife Ashley. She starts talking about what happened to her as a child. So her dad was working for this guy, what was his name? But you know what I'm saying, his dad was like an important figure. Her stepdad was an important figure or something like that. So basically what happened was the guy that her father was working for gave her a ride home. And the first time she fell asleep in his car. And when she woke up, he had his fingers trying to, basically finger her vagina and everything. And she was basically, telling him to stop, but he was like, I'm gonna make you feel good and blase, make you feel like a woman. So next thing you know, this guy, I guess he started like full-fledged raping her or whatever. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was over there, fucking with her, and her dad basically found out, I guess she got pregnant and everything. So the guy basically paid for her abortion and gave her $2,000 to shut her mouth, keep her mouth closed or whatever. So I guess after that, her father lost his job and everything. And then when he became miserable again and started taking it out on her, that's when he became dead to her. And because she lied to her husband saying that her father died years ago when he only died 6 months ago. So, that was a touching little story. But this was like near the end, you know what I'm saying? So now apparently the metronome stopped or whatever. So now he's looking at the two, right? And he walks up. No, this is what happened, right? I'm sorry. I missed the part. So he tells Ashley, look, the only way you can get out of this is if you shoot Punchy. So he gives her one of his guns or whatever. He gives her the revolver, I believe. So she, hesitant at first, and she thinks he's kidding, but he was dead serious. So basically, apparently, you know what I'm saying, that's a side of human nature that's realistic in my honest opinion. Like, if the only way you can get out of death is if you kill somebody else. I don't know, and I'm not condoning nobody killing nobody, but it might just happen that way. You know what I'm saying? So she took the gun from him, and after some, conversation or whatever, like after, persuading her or whatever, she raises the gun up to punch him. And he's basically begging her not to do it. And her husband is like, look, I love you. You know what I'm saying? We can make it work. We can start over if you put a bullet in him. So then she just looking at this dude like, I'm sorry, but he's going to kill you anyway. So she pulls the trigger, but nothing happens. The gun wasn't even loaded. So after that, she sits back down. She starts laying in the bed or whatever. Now, mind you, these two characters, no homo, the dude and the female, they both were butt ass naked the whole time, yo. Like this whole incident. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't the shit they can do. So after this, I guess this is the end of the interrogation or whatever. So he winds up basically shooting old boy. So when you see him pull the trigger, that's when you hear a knock at the door. And this is co-worker from the store, the black chick. You know what I'm saying? She actually, she really cares about this dude. So she writes a letter or whatever and slides it under his door because she can't get a hold of him. But she knows she's home. She knows he's home because she sees his truck in the driveway. So after that, I guess she gives up and leaves. So the camera pans back on him from inside of the house, and he's sitting on the couch. And right across from him is Ashley sitting at the table eating a box of chocolates that, he had got for her. So, and then you see like Punchy's legs hanging out like from the side, like right there next to the table. All you see is his feet, implying that he's dead. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you see him in the backyard digging a hole, right? And he looks over at his wife, and she's sitting there, smoking a cigarette, smiling. Like everything is good, I guess, because they got rid of Punchy. So he's digging a hole in the backyard. And then he looks over again. His wife is gone with a lit cigarette sitting there, burning in the ashtray. So he's like, Ashley, Ash, The girl never responded to nothing. So he looks down and see a piece of her clothing in the ground. But we come to find out that he winds up killing them both. Like that situation, that little moment was in his head. You know what I'm saying? He actually killed both of them. Because we do go back to where, when he shot him in the beginning, he shot Punchy in the head, shot her in the chest, and they was laying in the same exact spots they were in the beginning. So, in my personal opinion, I think this whole thing, like that whole ordeal was inside his head and he already killed him, right? So after that, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? He winds up burying both of them in the backyard and the movie goes off. Now, I will say this right here. I'm pretty sure there has been relationships that ended that way, which to me, nobody deserves to die. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Like shit's crazy, yo. So I'm just like, man, this is scary too, man, because this shit can happen to anybody. That's why I say, man, if you gonna sit here and promise your woman the world or whatever, and you got a sensitive lady, yo, don't fuck around, man, because you don't know what anybody's capable of when it comes to being hurt. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you never saw this movie, I give it a watch. You know what I'm saying? Just watch it. You can find it on Tubi. Just give it a chance. I thought it was all right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't the worst either. And if I got to rate it, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will probably rate it a lot lower, but in my personal opinion, I give it a 7 out of 10, yo. The acting was pretty good. So, yeah, that's the movie, Adulterers. Look it up on Tubi. Check it out. Let me know what you think, yo. I'm about to jump off of here, about to eat some food. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ate in 2 hours. Yeah, I'm greedy. I gotta stop eating so much. But I'll get with y'all later though. All right? Peace.